coming back, and it's very tough for him because of the lack of height. Landed a decent right hand in there. This isn't a bad round, you know, for Baranza. Gradovich has got to, you know, he's throwing enough, but is he landing enough? Baranza's sneaky, grabs the ropes and left side the left hand. Nice right hand on the inside by Gradovich, who was just starting to swing that round towards Baranza. Then Gradovich comes right back. Baranza nails him with a left hook, straight right hand. Missing again is Gradovich. He lands some nice chopping punches on the inside, Carlos. Does Gradovich.
He does, but you know, I think he kind of crowds himself too. He gets too close, and they're kind of chopping punches, and it's very hard to get power on his punches when you're that close, body to body.
Yeah, and you get that, he's built the way he is, long, lanky with long arms. Who are you giving that round to, by the way?
Well, I think I give it to Gradovich. I think he did enough at the end there to win the round.
I'll go with you because I was undecided on that one. I was trying to give a round to Baranza, but you're right.
There we go. Well, right hand kind of bounced off the glove and off the top of his head.
Is it Jenny? All right, here we go. This is round number 4, the Home Depot Center in Carson, California. Jose Angel Baranza in the red trunks, and in the white trunks, Evgeny Gradovich from Russia, fighting now in the United States out of Oxnard, California. Book on him again. Supposed to be a very active pressure fighter. His knockouts come, as Carlos and I talked about, by the accumulation of punches. He's always in excellent position. He's kind of flat-footed, but by the same token, he's kind of quick on his feet too.
Yeah, he has. He's been able to get it when Baranza tries to do something, he gets out of the way quickly. So he does have quick feet.
But it's unusual to see a guy fight as flat-footed as he does, as quick on his feet as he is. This is round 4. Baranza, I think, is getting a little frustrated with this guy that he can't get to him a little bit more. Remember, the height and reach difference makes it difficult for him. And he's a Mexican warrior, an Aztec warrior type fighter. Getting some punishment off the hands of Gradovich right now. Gradovich trying to move in and land more of the head. Baranza, when you look at his face, you just kind of know he's a prize fighter. He's got that nose flattened out, his cheeks are scarred, his eyebrows are scarred. You know he's been in some 60 fights as a professional. Very close to it.
And Gradovich, look, as he's starting to kind of find his angle, his distance, starting to land more with that right hand and that jab.
Very good boxer. He doesn't take a lot of shots either. He doesn't get punished when he's in there, but I think you're right that he kind of had the jitters and a little, wanted to get going here. His last fight was in March where he stopped Frankie Leal in that fight that we did down in San Antonio, Texas. And Frankie, the old soldier they call him, he's a very, very good Mexican fighter again, and gave Gradovich a real tough fight throughout the course of the fight. Again, the ref says to Gradovich, keep your punches up. Chopping right hand.
Oh, that right hand hurt.
They caught him in the left temporal bone, and here's a couple of more shots. Baranza puts the head down and just lets flail. Very tough guy to fight. Look at that. He wants to get him so bad. He has the desire, almost lunging off his feet to try and get to him. Closing seconds now. This is the 4th round. We're inside of 10 seconds to go. And Gradovich just continues to outbox him, landing more shots in the course of this fight. So we got 4 on the books and scheduled for 8.
The next time we play the point.
Well, some of our fans from Twitter, Alvarado is going to stop Brandon late. This will be a war and one hell of a fight. I would agree with you. I don't know about who's going to stop who. Rios is going to take this by knockout in the 7th round. Rios over Alvarado. Well, you won't get any arguments from me on either one of those comments. It could happen.
Yeah, you know, the only thing is that Rios is coming up to the super. There's a good jab by Baranza, and then he gets a right hand, and then the right hand uppercut lands. Jab, hook, and that right. I think that hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, that was the one that did hurt him a bit. He's landing more flush punches anyway. Here we go to round 5 at the Home Depot Center. In the red trunks, Baranza. In the white trunks, Gradovich. Gradovich, the undefeated fighter, formerly of Russia, now living and fighting out of the United States of America. From Oxnard, California. Fernando Vargas territory, the former champ. A lot of fighters from Oxnard. It was a tough section of town, wasn't it?
Yes, it is. That's where Fernando Vargas came from. You're right. I think that's why he put that little.
He put Oxnard on the map.
Yes.
He was a good one. Still is a great kid. I love to see Fernando. Round 5 here. Gradovich in the white, kind of giving a bit of a boxing lesson to Baranza. The style of these two fighters doesn't make for what you would call a really exciting fight, but both men are working extremely hard for you. Gradovich using the jab and the right hand. He started the fight with kind of what we said in the first round, jitters, and then he settled down. He's boxing really well right now. He's in a nice flow of motion right now. Here in the 5th round, he's outscoring Baranza, and Baranza is a frustrated fighter. This kid's a tough kid, a kid you'd want with you on a Saturday night in Oxnard. That's South Central. You want him with you. A stiff jab again by Gradovich. You live out here in Southern California, Carlos, and the space shuttle has been being moved around. Has it slowed you down much in the last couple of days?
Not really. We saw it fly over, though. It was an amazing sight. I'm in Studio City in the San Fernando Valley. We love it. We love the day, my wife and I. So, yeah, we're having a good time.
I can't get over how big the space shuttle is. I got a glimpse of it the other day with Mighty Core when we were driving over the venue and got a glimpse of it. It's huge. Anyway, this is round 5. Evgeny Gradovich with about a minute to go, a little less than in the 5th round. Jose Angel Baranza in the red trunks having problems catching up with Gradovich. Gradovich just doing a nice job of boxing. Straight left hand that time. Chopping right, misses, then he comes with an uppercut. You know, he's slick with that. He'll come with kind of an overhand right, and then slip it underneath and come up with an uppercut. That can be a good weapon if you're quick enough at it. He didn't seem that fast with it, but it's a good weapon. He comes with the right uppercut that time.
Just threw it again. Yeah, I think it's what he needs to settle down. It's what he does. He kind of lets punches go. It didn't seem like he's setting anything up. He's just throwing.
But you know, you might be right. Guys that have spent a long time in the amateurs. You had a fair amount of time in the amateurs. I mean, you turned into boxing as an amateur in the Army, and you know, you're used to touching guys. You can count just as much as knocking a guy down and knocking a guy out. So it's important, and sometimes they get into that groove. In our next fight, what people really want to see, Mike Alvarado and Brandon Rios getting ready. This is the one that's going to be the war. Alvarado told us yesterday that he wants to, he really wants to box him if he can. But that'll last for about, what, 20 seconds of the first round?
Yeah, till the first shot is landed, then it's all out war.
And look at Rios, he's really loose, warming up in his dressing room. You gotta love this kid. I'm a big fan of Rios. I like Mike too, but Rios is something else. That's it, kid. We're looking forward for you to bring the action. But boy, what a difference in the two guys. One totally loose, and Alvarado like totally focused. But Rios is one of these guys that's just a born fighter. Here we go to round number 6. It's scheduled for 8. Gradovich in my book is 1-0.
Don't hold his neck down now.
50-45 on my score sheet with 3 rounds to go. Shot crisp right hand by Baranza, but it does no damage to Gradovich. And you're right, Carlos. Again, Gradovich just keeps throwing punches, and he lands so many that he's winning these rounds.
Step back.
Yeah, I like to see him kind of set, throw that jab, sit on it, and throw that straight right hand right down the middle instead of just, he just kind of lets 3, 4, 5 punches go at a time. But there's really no power behind him, just scoring points. And I think that's how he stopped the opponents that he has stopped, is just throwing around with punches.
I mean, he's really catching up when he's got room. He's catching up with Baranza. But Baranza is so tough.
Stop holding.
This guy, 35 victories, 24 losses, a couple of draws. He got 27 knockouts, too, as Baranza.
I had a feeling that it was a lower weight class.
Yeah. This featherweight division, 126, Baranza fought at 122 quite a bit. And I saw him lighter than that when he first started his career, so you're right. Uppercut of the inside by Gradovich again. It's funny, the crowd, you can almost sense a anticipation in the crowd here that people want this fight to get over. And both of these guys are working so hard. Here's Baranza scoring a few punches in here.
Baranza just scored a left hook. I thought Gradovich was going to go down. He got hit with a really good left hook.
I mean, he threw about 4 punches and 3 of them landed. Good stuff. Looks like the right eye of Baranza might have a little cut underneath it. Another left hook on top of it. Baranza's landed some shots in this round, though. There's that uppercut again by Evgeny. Boy, he really throws his right hand technically, though, doesn't he? I mean, it's just really straight.
It's a beautiful uppercut, right hand uppercut he just caught him with.
Sometimes he'll pity pat with the uppercut like he did that time going in. Other times he'll sit down, and I'd like to see him sit down on more punches. But I mean, he's such a terrific boxer. He's getting away with beating everybody so far. And this Baranza, in spite of the fact that in recent fights he hasn't been winning much, but he's fighting real good quality fighters. He caught Gradovich with a pretty good right hand. Look at this! They battle to the bell. Crowd loves it. All right, nice finish to that. Boy, we've seen some good flurries tonight. Again, Baranza probably had his best round, but I don't think enough to win it.
Absolutely, that was his best round. He landed some very, very good shots. One left hook I thought hurt, maybe buckled Gradovich's knees a little bit, and then at the end of the finisher there, he landed a bunch of stuff. Oh, there's the hook. He definitely stunned him a little bit with that hook, and then he just came on after that. Well, they just went at it at the end of the round.
Yeah, that flurry at the end of the round with that overhead shot, they were going hell-bent for election. Here we go, round 7, Home Depot Center. Again in the white trunks is Evgeny Gradovich of Russia, fighting out of the United States now in Oxnard, California. Jose Angel Baranza from Mexico City, Distrito Federal. This is the 7th round. Chopping right hand by Baranza. Wow, with the left hand is Baranza. Clips Gradovich up in the top of the head. Boy, Baranza started out good here, and now Gradovich says enough of that.
Yeah, it looks like he found a home there for that right. Too big, too strong for him, too young.
Yeah, that's another factor. I mean,